Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is your standard of quality for complete chewing satisfaction.
I'm back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lonely plain. I'm back in the saddle again.
There is only one genuine Wrigley's Spearmint Gum, and it always has the name Wrigley's on the wrapper. Yes, sir, you're all invited to another Sunday afternoon get-together with all the folks here at Melody Ranch. Smiley Burnett, the Cass County Boys, Johnny Bond, the Pinafores, Carl Cotner, and yours truly, Lou Crosby. Right now, here's the boss man himself, America's favorite cowboy, Gene Autry.
Thank you very much, Lou, and thank you, folks, and welcome to our Melody Ranch Christmas party. Well, we're all just sitting around the fire singing a few Christmas songs and having a little bit of fun, and a little later on, we're going to tell a Christmas story that we hope you'll like. But right now, suppose we start off on a happy note with Jingle, Jangle, Jingle Bells, huh? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Heading for the ranch house, the place where I was born. Saddles packed, I wanna go back, gonna be there Christmas morn. Lots of fun for everyone at the Cowboys Christmas ball. Cowboy yells and jingle bells, Merry Christmas, one and all.
Yes, sir. That was very nice, partner. Strictly Blue Ribbon there.
Yes, sir.
Even with those extra adverbs in that title, that song gives you a lift like a snowfall on Christmas Eve.
Yes, sir. It's a grand old Christmas tune, all right, Lou. Dear to the hearts of youngsters and grown-ups alike.
Yes, sir. Anybody who likes Christmas likes Jingle Bells. The two go together like holly and plum pudding. You know, it's a funny thing how many good things come in pairs.
Well, I can name a pair of them right now, Lou. Wrigley's and Spearmint. So remember, friends, there's only one genuine Wrigley Spearmint Gum, and it always has the name Wrigley's on the wrapper.
Right. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is your standard of quality for complete chewing satisfaction.
Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in thy dark streets shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. Holy child of Bethlehem,
You know, somehow or other, you just can't beat our Christmas carols. There's no more beautiful music in all the world.
Yes, that's right, Lou. I think music like that is one of the reasons that Christmas is such a happy occasion.
Sort of makes you feel good all over.
Well, it's music that's been beautiful for hundreds of years, and it always will be as long as there are folks to sing it.
That's for sure.
Yes, sir. Songs like O Little Town of Bethlehem and other Christmas carols have a way of making us forget all the bad things in the world and help us to remember all the good things.
You know, that's a mighty nice thought there, boss.
Hey, come on, you two. Let's get on with trimming this tree.
Yeah, come on over here and grab some of this tinsel. We
Oh.
ain't gonna do all the work.
All right, come on, Lou. We better do as they say. If we don't, we'll never hear the end of it.
You ain't kidding about that, brother. Them that works get out of watering the horses.
Oh.
The way it looks now, there's only two of us in the running.
All right, Lou, suppose that you grab a handful of tinsel and you work on one side of the tree and I'll work on the other.
Right, Gene, but say, what are Smiley and Johnny going to be doing all this time?
Every ranch has to have a foreman, don't it?
Oh, I understand that, but what do you two guys know about trimming a Christmas tree?
Why, listen here, Gene Autry. I was trimming Christmas trees before you was born.
Yeah, but tell me, Smiley, did they have lights on their trees during the Civil War back then?
Hand me one of those ornaments, will you, Johnny? You know there's a bare spot right over here by the window.
Sure, Gene. What kind you want, a green ball or a little Santa Claus?
Well, how about one of those candy canes? I think that'd look nice.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Only you just gave Smiley red and white striped indigestion.
Smiley, how many times do I have to tell you that those candy canes are for decorations? If you're not careful, you're going to spoil your dinner.
Now, don't be worrying about that. With me, the more I eat, the more I want to eat.
Oh, how much do you weigh now, Smiley?
Well, I'll tell you. Yesterday, I was downtown in Clem Anderson's store, and you know that scales that sets out in front?
Yeah?
Well, I put a penny in the slot, and a soap wrapper come out.
A soap wrapper?
Yeah, and on it was written, "Are you saving your used fat?"
Oh, me.
Say, Gene, hand me the ladder, will you? I want to put a star on top of the tree here.
All right, here you are, Lou. Watch your step now.
Sure.
Try to get it on straight, will you, Lou?
Okay.
Say, Johnny,
Yeah.
why don't you move back there and line it up for Lou?
Okay, I will.
There, Johnny. How's that?
Little to your left, Lou.
All right. Now, how is it?
Well, it's too far to the right now. Move it back.
Oh. There.
No, still ain't right.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I'll go back and take a look at it, Lou.
All right.
Why, Johnny Bond, that's perfect. What are you talking about anyway?
I just wanted to see how long you'd stay up on that ladder.
Well, that just about does it. How does it look, boys and girls?
Pretty good.
Wonderful. There's nothing in this whole world as pretty as a newly trimmed Christmas tree.
Well, you're right there, Lou. And when old Santa drops around the Melody Ranch, he's in for a real treat. Which reminds me, what was that song that all the boys and girls were singing a little while ago? Something about Cowboy Santa Claus?
Yeah, that was it, Gene. Why don't we get them to sing it again? Huh?
That's a good idea. How about it, boys and girls? Huh?
Okay, Gene.
And while you're doing that, I'll get the cider and the donuts, huh?
Cowbells, cowbells ringing on the range, ringing out a melody o'er the rolling plains.
Cowbells, cowbells ringing out because everyone is welcoming our Cowboy Santa Claus.
We're gonna have a sagebrush Santa. He's coming in from Santa Fe. He's a rootin', tootin' rounder. He rides a bronc and not a sleigh.
He totes a 44 and wears a big white hat, and he shoots from where he draws. He's a singin', swingin', rawhide slingin' Cowboy Santa Claus.
Was the night before Christmas at the ranch house, of course.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a horse.
The cowboys were nestled all snug on the floor.
Their saddles for pillows, their feet in the door.
When out by the bunkhouse there rose such a clatter, the cowhands all ran to see what was the matter. And there by the corral feeding oats to his horse
Was a gun-toting hombre.
old Santa Claus, of course. We're gonna have a sagebrush Santa. He's coming in from Santa Fe. He's a rootin', tootin' rounder. sailor. He rides a bronc and not a sleigh.
He totes a 44 and wears a big white hat, and he shoots from where he draws. He's a
Singing, swinging, rawhide slinging, Cowboy Santa Claus.
That's for me. Well, that sounded wonderful, boys and girls. All right, everybody, dig in and help yourself to some cider and donuts here.
Stand aside, folks, because the hardest workers go first.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Gene, from the way that Smiler eats, he must have the constitution of a bucking horse.
Oh, well, Lou, you know it's Christmas, and at Christmas time, well, Smiley's just like all the other little kids, you know. Yeah. His eyes are bigger than his stomach.
Yeah, that's where they get that multiple vision. Size 52. I wouldn't want to bet on that.
Oh.
Say, Gene.
Yes, Johnny?
I'd like to say something to the boys and girls.
Why, all right, Johnny. Go right ahead. Hold on here just a minute, folks.
Well, I ain't much on saying pretty words. In fact, I don't even know how to say what I want to say, but, well, being here with all you folks kind of makes a feller all sort of warm and mellow inside, you know? I just want to tell you how much it means to me. This Christmas here at Melody Ranch is the nicest I've ever had, and I just want to say thank you.
I'd say that's nicely said, Johnny, and I'm sure that all of us feel as you do. And now, boys and girls, how about singing one of my favorite Christmas carols, Joy to the World.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs enjoy. O'er fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy.
Oh, yes, sir, that was mighty, mighty pretty, and thanks a lot.
Say, Gene,
Uh-huh.
do you remember what happened right after we finished singing that same song last Christmas?
You know, Johnny, I was just thinking about that phone call myself.
Phone call? Sounds like it was an important one.
Well, it was, Uncle Lou. We were all sitting around just about like we are tonight, admiring the tree and singing a few songs, listening to the soft crackle of the fire as it ate away the pine logs in the fireplace. I guess we were all kind of dreaming and wishing, the way most folks do when they've got happiness all around. That our telephone ring, Johnny?
Yeah, boy. I'll get it. Hello? Who? Oh, yeah, he's here. Just a minute. It's for you, Gene.
Who is it?
I don't know. Sounded like Doc Peabody.
Oh, thanks, Johnny. Hello.
Hello, Gene. Doc Peabody.
Oh, hello, Doc. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Gene. Say, I hate to ask you to do this on Christmas Eve, but could you come into town and see me at my office?
Oh, you mean right now?
I'd appreciate it.
Is somebody sick?
Ain't time to tell you now, except it's mighty serious. And I need your help.
Well, I guess that's good enough for me, Doc. We'll be there just as fast as we can make it. Come on, Johnny.
Don't look like there's anybody here, Gene. The door to Doc's private office is closed.
I'm here.
Oh, well, hello. What are you doing in the doctor's office, honey?
Yeah, you waiting for Santa Claus?
No, I'm just waiting.
Oh.
Hello, Gene.
Hello, Doc.
Glad you got here. Come on into my examining room, will you?
Why, sure.
Johnny, you stay here with Susan for a little while, will you?
I'd be glad to, Doc.
Is anything wrong with the little girl?
It's not Susan, Gene. It's her mother, Mrs. Graham.
Oh.
I wouldn't have bothered you about it if her husband was in town, but Bill's still off on a construction job.
What's the matter with Mrs. Graham?
She got to have an operation, Gene. I've sent for a specialist, but I don't think I'm going to be able to wait until he gets here.
It's too bad. Doesn't sound so good.
It isn't, Gene. I figured she'd have about 1 chance in 40 with a specialist. If I have to do the job alone, I just hope the good Lord gives me the ability to do it.
Well, how can I help, Doc? I mean, if it's money or anything like that,
Thank you, Gene, but I can take care of that myself. There is one thing you can do.
All right. Anything you say.
My wife's going to help me with the operation, and that means we won't be able to look after Susan.
Oh.
Knowing how you like kids and the way kids like you, I thought maybe you could look after her.
Well, sure. You bet I will. Do you want us to stay here, or can I take her back to Melody Ranch?
Well, I think you better take her out the ranch and keep her busy. If anything goes wrong, there won't be time for her to see her mother.
You'll let us know?
I'll call you if anything happens. And just as soon as it happens, Gene.
All right, Doc. Then I guess we'd better bundle Susan up and get her out to the ranch.
That's the way you lasso a cow, Susan.
My daddy can do it better than that. Mom says he's the bestest roper in the state.
Now, how do you like that? This time I'll show you.
Well, that's the story, boys. So it's up to us to keep Susan from worrying about where her mother is or when she'll see her.
Did the doc say what would happen if the operation didn't go right, Gene?
Well, no. I guess he doesn't want to think about that, Smiley. I don't blame him. Hey, now, Susan, what's so funny?
Oh, I tripped, Gene. I was showing Susan how to rope a steer.
Oh, kind of a bum steer, huh?
Yeah, I guess
You're
call
so
it that.
funny, Gene.
Well, now, I don't know whether to say thank you for that or not.
Well, I mean you're a nice funny. Not funny. You're most as nice as my daddy.
Oh, well, I'm glad of that.
When is Mommy coming out here, Gene?
Well, I guess we'll be hearing from her pretty soon, Susan. Would you like to hear a story while we're waiting?
Yeah, that's the idea. Did you ever hear the one about Puss in the Boots?
Oh, yes. My Mommy tells me that one.
I bet you never did hear about the bullfrog and the cricket, though.
No.
Well, I never did either, Smiley. How does it go?
Well, it goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a great big frog. And a spindly old cricket. And they lived side by side in the middle of a thicket. Now the frog got to croaking, and the cricket got to scraping, and they craked, and they scraped, and they scraped, and they croaked,
You're funny, too, Smiley.
Oh, thank you, Miss Susan, thank you.
But don't you know a Christmas story? Mommy's going to tell me a Christmas story before Santa Claus comes.
Say, I think I know one, Susan.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Really? All about Christmas?
Yes, sir. All about Christmas.
Oh, tell it to me. Please, Gene.
Well, all right. Just let me get settled in this big chair. And now suppose you just climb right up here on my lap, huh?
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Are you comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. Here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that old Santa Claus soon would be there. I held little Susan all snug on my lap, while all of the cowboys were taking a nap, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a little red sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a funny old driver, so lively and quick. Why, I knew in a minute it must be Saint Nick. Up to the ranch house his reindeer they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and Saint Nicholas too. And then as I listened, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. You were fast sleeping, so I scarce turned around. Then straight down our chimney he came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and the clothes were all covered with ashes and soot. He had a kind face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Why, he was even more chubby than Smiley Burnett. Such a fat little man I never have met. He spoke not a word, but went straight to work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger side of his nose, he gave a big nod. Up our chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him cry out as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all, good night." Now, how was that, Susan?
Look, she's almost asleep, Gene.
Uh-huh. Well, it's the best thing that could happen. Say, Johnny.
Yeah?
Do you know a lullaby?
Sure do.
Let's hear it. Close your sleepy eyes, my little buckaroo, while the light of western skies is shining down on you. Don't you know it's time for bed? Another day is through, so go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Don't you realize, my little buckaroo, it was from a little acorn that the oak tree grew. And remember, Buffalo Bill was once a kid like you. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Soon you're going to ride the range like grown-up cowboys do. Now it's time that you were rounding up a dream or two. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Say, Smiley.
Huh?
Open the door to my room, will you?
Sure, Gene.
We'll put her on my bed. She's such a tiny little thing. She doesn't weigh more than a handful of feathers.
Here, let me turn down them covers for you.
There we are. Sweet dreams now, Susan. Now you dream about sugar plum fairies, Santa Claus, toys, and your mommy. Good night, honey.
Say, Gene, it's past midnight now. How you reckon the doc's making out?
Well, I don't know, Johnny, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
All the rest of us have too, Gene.
I'll get it.
Whew,
Golly, I sure hope it's good news.
Yeah, you and me both.
Hello. Oh, hello, Doc. Oh, I see. I'll tell her when she wakes up. Thanks, Doc, and Merry Christmas. Goodbye.
Gene, I reckon we could all find lots of presents for Susan, maybe, and help cheer her up a little now, huh?
Well, thanks, Smiley, but you don't need to. Susan's got her Christmas present, and the doc got his, too. And in kind of a way, I've got mine. You see, Doc operated, and the Almighty God gave Susan's mother back to her. And that's a Christmas present that all the money in the world couldn't buy. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing hallelujah.
Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born.
Ah, it was truly beautiful, Gene. Well, Merry Christmas to you, partner.
And a Merry Christmas to you, too, partner. Straight from the heart, too. Well, friends, that just about winds up things for our Christmas party. But before you leave Melody Ranch for home, we'd all like to shake hands with every one of you and say a very Merry Christmas. May you and your loved ones find peace and happiness among the gifts that come on Christmas Day. And we'll be holding open house at Melody Ranch again next Sunday, and just pull on the old latch string and walk right in. We'll all be back in the saddle again.
Be sure to join us again next Sunday, same time, same station, when the Wrigley people will again present Gene Autry. A very Merry Christmas to you. Lou Crosby speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.